Hello and welcome to Chesapeake Weekly Home Edition. Chesapeake Mayor Rick West delivered his annual State of the City address in a new and unique way. Now, of course, it was all virtual, but he also welcomed City Manager Chris Price up on stage with him, and together they spoke about the past and, more importantly, the bright future that we have here in Chesapeake. Now, before they dove into that future, Mayor West did take a moment to recognize the city's efforts in combating the pandemic.
And if it wasn't for the efforts of our hospital and our health department and all the partners that have joined, like our churches, I would not be able to stand here today and tell you that over 75% of citizens 65 and older have been fully vaccinated. As a matter of fact, if you look at just our adult population, 40% have had one vaccination, and we continue to put shots in arms every single day. You know, Chesapeake attacked this pandemic as we do most every challenge. First of all, we planned, and then we organized, and then we united. So at least you think that a look back on the past of this year is all negative. Let me assure you that it really is not. In the midst of challenge, Chesapeake people did what they do best. They rose up and they joined together and gave of themselves to help others and to continue moving our great city forward. To be sure, progress has slowed down due to this pandemic, but you will hear today example after example of businesses, organizations, and even individuals who have done amazing things. We remain a city firmly focused on the future with a great plans and great aspirations. We are a community built upon what I call two ships: relationships and partnerships. Every day we reach out here and at home and across our region and beyond, looking to build strong partnerships of every sort. We know that we can count on those relationships that we've formed with our neighbors to help when we need it. And we are equally ready to lend our hands, our hearts, and our minds to helping others. This is truly the Chesapeake way. It's something that no pandemic, nor crisis, nor turmoil will ever change.
Now, not only did we come together over the past year as a community, but our leadership also came together to forge a path for us moving forward in really creating and solidifying the Chesapeake vision.
And so if you had a chance ever to take a look at our vision, like many visions, it's a lot of words, but you can really boil it down to its essence in one key sentence: that we will make Chesapeake an exceptional place to live, learn, work, farm, and play. And that's critically important for us, and it's the yardstick that we measure ourselves against every day. And that's the what we intend to do. The how we intend to do it is being who we always have been. We're the city that cares. And so we're always going to provide outstanding service to our customers and our community. And we're going to do it in a way that's fiscally responsible and sustainable.
Now, you can watch the State of the City address in its entirety on our YouTube page, and that's youtube.com/Chesapeake Television. City Manager Chris Price's proposed operating and capital budget is now available for viewing on the cityofchesapeake.net website. You can view the presentation that he gave to council, as well as all supporting documents, at cityofchesapeake.net/budget. Now that the budget is in City Council's hands, they'll move forward with the process by holding several work sessions over the next month. On April 13th, they'll hear presentations on the reserve policy and police speeding cameras. On April 20th, they'll hear about recycling services and real estate tax supplement process. And on April 27th, they'll hear about the stormwater program. Now, all of these presentations will be done during the work session, which takes place before the City Council meeting at a time that'll be announced closer to each date. And then they will hold public hearings on the budget on April 27th and May 11th at their council meetings. At the May 11th City Council meeting, they will vote on the budget. So again, you can find all of that supporting information at cityofchesapeake.net/budget. The virtual citizen information meeting for the Centerville Turnpike Bridge replacement feasibility study is now open. The Public Works Department wants to hear from you. You can visit bit.ly/Centerville Study to view all of the meeting information and exhibits and to share your feedback. Now, this study is looking at potential bridge replacement options, but keep in mind there's currently no funded replacement project. This project will take several years to study, design, construct, and will most notably require some considerable funding. So all along that way, the project team will be keeping us in the loop with how it's going, and we'll be sure to bring that to all of you. And they're also going to continue to look for your feedback. So for this current point in the process, they're looking for your feedback on the feasibility study. Again, you can find all of that information at bit.ly/Centerville Study. All of that information, all of your comments are requested to be received by them by April 9th. There's a hidden gem in the heart of Great Bridge, and while you may not have ever noticed it was there, you've likely felt the impacts of those who use it. It's the Girl Scout Council of Colonial Coast and their building called A Place for Girls. The Girl Scout Council of Colonial Coast has been headquartered in Chesapeake for 25 years now. They serve 6,000 girls all the way from Northeast North Carolina up into all areas of Hampton Roads. They do great work to empower the girls of our community, who then in turn do incredible things. Service projects, they learn to be leaders, lots of really cool stuff. If you can't tell, yes, I was a former Girl Scout and I love them dearly. So it was really a pleasure to get to go back there to A Place for Girls, so aptly named, to hear about the 25th anniversary of the headquarters being right here in Chesapeake.
And so girls came together and networked and talked about the activities that they would want to do. And they wanted to have sleepovers, and they wanted to have a great place to do their badge work and to dance and to have music and talent shows and do science activities and swim and do archery and everything that Girl Scouts are known for. And our volunteers said we need a gathering place, we need troop meeting space, we need training space, we need all of that here. And they found it right here in the heart of Great Bridge. And so we actually own about 13 acres here. The Outback came a couple of years later, and then we added the lodge next door with our pool and our archery center, as well as another sleepover place for our girls. There's nothing that stops a Girl Scout, and we know that more than ever right now after just spending a year, actually, at home, doing Girl Scouts at home. So girls can go online and log on, get badge activities that they can do at home. They can log on to Zoom meetings with their troops and also do activities together. We have badge in a box kits that girls that used to come here to do program together can sign up. We mail them a kit, and in the kit is everything they need to earn that badge. They'll log on to Zoom if they choose, have leadership go through the activities with them, and they're still learning and earning just like they always would in Girl Scouting. I would tell you my most proud moment is to realize how much community service our girls have continued to do through this global pandemic. Everything from making masks and distributing them to the community, to taking care of the environment, to caregiving to those who are shut in and making sure care packages and cards go to nursing home and other care facilities. Our girls have been there the whole time.
And the Girl Scouts have found new ways to continue their services in light of COVID-19. They will be holding summer day camp this year for girls. So if that's something that you might be interested in, or perhaps you know a girl who would be, definitely check that out. You can learn more about that at gsccc.org to learn all about how they're doing summer camp safely this year. And hold on, I'm going off camera a little bit. Look, if you haven't gotten your cookies, sorry, cookie season's over for the year, but I don't know, ask around, find your neighbors who are Girl Scouts. They might have a few extra boxes lying around. I know I've got my stash, but I'm not sharing. So look for a Girl Scout in your community. Learn more about the great program that is based right here out of Chesapeake at gsccc.org. Now, we all know we should have smoke alarms in our homes, right? But do you have carbon monoxide alarms? It's called the silent killer for a reason. You could be suffering the effects of carbon monoxide and not even know it. That's why alarms are so essential. Here's Captain Steve Bradley from the fire department with more.
According to the CDC, more than 400 people die every year from unintentional carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide has often been referred to as a silent killer because it's an odorless and colorless gas that usually goes undetected. This invisible killer is produced by burning fuel in vehicles, small engines, fireplaces, furnaces, and portable generators. When carbon monoxide builds up in enclosed spaces, people or animals who breathe it can be poisoned. Winter can be a prime time for carbon monoxide poisoning because people are using heating systems and warming cold vehicles in a closed garage. However, warmer months can also be a threat for carbon monoxide, typically with grills, stoves, and other gas household appliances. We recommend you install a battery-operated or battery backup carbon monoxide detector in the hallway near all sleeping areas. Please also consider these additional safety tips. Have your chimney checked and cleaned every year, and make sure your fireplace damper is open before lighting a fire and well after the fire is extinguished. Never use a gas oven to heat your home. Never use a generator inside your home, basement, or garage, or less than 20 feet from a window, door, or vent. Fatal levels of carbon monoxide can be produced in just minutes, even if a door and window are open. Never run a car in a garage that is attached to your house, even with the garage door open. Always open the door to a detached garage and let fresh air in. Symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning vary depending on the duration of exposure and the level of carbon monoxide. Mild symptoms are sometimes mistaken for the flu. Low to moderate carbon monoxide poisoning is characterized by headache, fatigue, shortness of breath, nausea, and dizziness. High-level carbon monoxide poisoning results in confusion, vomiting, loss of muscular coordination, loss of consciousness, and even death. If you are experiencing any of the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning, or if a carbon monoxide alarm sounds, do not try to find the source of gas. Instead, follow these steps. Immediately move outside to fresh air. Call the fire department using 911. Do not re-enter the premise until emergency responders have given you permission to do so. Until next time, please remember to be safe and that working smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors save lives. Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Steve Bradley.
Calling all seniors. If you're looking to learn more about COVID-19, there's a virtual triad workshop coming up on Wednesday, March 31st. Starting at 10 a.m., Chesapeake Regional Healthcare's Occupational Health Manager, Stella McLean, will discuss risk factors, ways to stay safe, and everyday tips for staying healthy. Register for the Zoom event at tiny.cc/triadmarch or call Jennifer Ireland at 382-2268. And Chesapeake Recycles Day is back. After missing all of the 2020 events due to COVID, city staff and community partners have found a way to safely bring back this popular recycling event. Bring your electronics and household goods for recycling, sensitive documents for shredding, and household hazardous waste for proper disposal at Chesapeake Square Mall on Saturday, April 17th from 9 to noon. If you have items to bring, you should get in line from the Portsmouth Boulevard side of Mall Ring Road and stay in your vehicle. Volunteers will remove items from your car for you, so be sure to place them in a location where they can get to them. For a full list of accepted items or for more information on the event, visit cityofchesapeake.net/recyclesday. And before we go, something very exciting is brewing here in Chesapeake. So you might remember that in years past, outside of pandemic life, there's been a very popular Easter time event called Extravaganza. Now, it's a very popular event, draws a big crowd, so obviously they can't hold that this year. But I've gotten word that the Easter Bunny is looking for an alternative event to be able to hold that is still COVID safe. And I was hearing that the Easter Bunny actually contacted Chessie the Bear. The Easter Bunny certainly hasn't told me, but apparently he's told his plans to the Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Department. And together, they're gonna release that information at 7 a.m. this Saturday, April 3rd. So make sure that you're following Parks and Rec on Facebook. You can tune into their website at that time, cityofchesapeake.net/egg, EGG, 7 a.m. Saturday. The Easter Bunny's doing something awesome. I don't know what it is, but I can't wait to find out. So tune in 7 a.m. Saturday, April 3rd to find out. Well, that does it for this week. Everybody have a wonderful week. Stay healthy, and I'll see you right back here again next week.